Hi guys. So it's been a bit since it's just been me. I know I often do my collaborative conversations in wellness, and unless you count my multiple personalities, I don't have a collaborator today. But I wanted to address grief. We've talked a lot about the energetic body. We're starting to talk more about the physical body. We will get into how the energetic and physical bodies work together when we start to talk about acupuncture. But the emotional body in the world that we're living in today is so critical. And just from personal experience, I feel very strongly called to talk about a few facts about grief. Having been in the throes of grief for 2 weeks shy of a year after my dad's passing last May, I can tell you that it is as individual an experience as you are individual. Your relationship with another human being is very specific and very unique to you. Nobody will mourn and grieve the same way that you do, but that doesn't mean that they should be alone in their grief. Grief is a lonely and isolating process, and the more you remove yourself from somebody because you don't understand their grief or how to help them, the more they will be isolated and alone. I am somebody who has a beautiful and rich life. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful family. And I have never felt so alone in the world as I have in this last year, because people don't understand how to support it. And that's fine, because I have the support systems in place. But there are 3 facts I want to talk about with grief. 1, it is personal. 2, it is relentless. And quite frankly, it's a bitch, because it's going to get you when you don't even expect it. And it is going to be physically painful sometimes. And sometimes that physical pain is really hard to endure or to want to continue to endure. And that is where fact number 3 comes in. Everyone's lives are busy, but we have technology, and we don't even need to pick up a phone to create a text anymore. You can speak to your phone and check in on a friend, and I'm going to tell you, it will make a world of difference. Don't blow them off and wait till you can see them in person to have the conversation. It could be too late, and it could be too late in the most extreme, horrible ways, or it could be too late to salvage the relationship. If somebody has not been actively involved in my life in this last year with what has been going on, well beyond the grieving of the loss of my father, I do not know how to relate to them anymore. And that is because my life and my approach to life and my work has so drastically changed that if you don't understand what I've been going through and haven't bothered to know, I can't relate to you anymore. And I have too important work to do here for myself and for the people around me for me to waste time anymore. So my point is, grief is isolating. If you think of a friend on a random Tuesday, it doesn't have to be because they're in trauma or grief or crisis. If they are, all the more reason to, hey, thinking about you, or hey Siri, send a text to. It's that easy. You can be driving, you can be sitting at your desk, you can be putting your makeup on. You could have just woken up. If somebody crosses your mind, give them a shout out. Hey, it's a beautiful day today, thinking about you, just wanted to say hi. They don't even need to get back to you. It can make a difference. The world is an isolating place. If you want to make a change, start small. Start with your circle. Because when you are in grief, or you are in crisis, or you are in trauma, you're going to need the support. And you are not going to want to continue to isolate the people who are capable of giving you support because they can empathize with the pain. So I am inviting you to recognize that while technology can be a pain in the ass and technology can separate us, it can bring us together. Pick up the phone and make a phone call, hear their voice. Check in. Stop by. Send a letter. I don't care what it is. The key to making this world a better place is starting in your own circle, starting your own backyard. Understand that we all walk through this world differently, and the emotions that we feel around grief, around fear, around loss, whether it's of a job, of youth, of your child's innocence, all of which we have been dealing with in this household outside of the financial piece of it. And that's the other thing I'm going to say. Please do not assume that because people are financially comfortable, that life is easy. That is not a fact. I'm here to tell you that. Yeah, people work really hard. People are super stressed out. Life can be very beautiful from the outside. Social media lies, and so does money. Emotions matter. And in this world, as we age, life continues to bring with it challenges. I invite you to do two things. Keep your circle small. Know who you can trust. Those are the two things that are going to get you through life's challenges. And don't be one of the people who cannot support the emotions of others. And if you know that you can't support the emotions of others, have the courtesy to recognize it, acknowledge it, and say, I'm sorry I can't hold space for you in this moment. I get that life happens for everybody, but it's a voice memo away to just let somebody know you're thinking of them. We're in a time that's going to bring a lot of probably emotional turmoil. It could bring a lot of family dynamics that are challenging. We've been through this once already. We're coming into it again. It does not have to be grief around the loss of a human. It can be grief and fear around the loss of a lot of things, even if that's freedoms and liberties. So please be kind to one another, reach out, let people know what you are capable of on the side of support and also on the side of need. I am very much at fault for a lot of people not knowing how bad my struggle has been. This weekend was one of my lowest emotional points. Not many people know that unless they live inside the walls of this house or are related to me, or I chose to share the information. I am not vulnerable about that stuff on social media. It is not my place to let people into my world. I understand where my boundaries are, but this is an important topic for me. And I felt very, very called to let you know that in a world that is already capable of isolating, there's no need to contribute, especially if you love someone. Please reach out to your people, even if it's just a beautiful day and they crossed your mind. And if they're really in crisis, all the more reason to make sure they know you are there in whatever capacity you can be. Just knowing you're there can make a difference. So that's all I have to say today. Your emotional well-being is extremely important. It's going to support you through life's changes and challenges, but it is also going to support all the people you love through their changes and challenges. So I thank you for listening to me babble. I hope that you have a beautiful week. You know how to reach me if you need support emotionally and you don't feel like you have that within the walls of your home or within the circle, or you feel you want a space that is completely neutral and safe. I can be that space for you, and it is my honor and my privilege and my pleasure to be. So I look forward to seeing you the next time.